down the line here. So when you were swinging the golf club back, straight away we see a lot of golfers do this. They have a tendency to get the club head to roll in behind the hands. Now yours wasn't serious amounts, but it will be enough to be significant. Okay, so your club head's behind your hands. Now tour players, you'd see that the hands would be in and the club head would be out. Okay, then there's a period then when the club head can pass over the hands. What we're seeing with yours is your club head's behind you here. Then it's going to go back behind you to the point then where you've now got to do something to get it back online, because otherwise you're just going to come back too shallow. So you then make the decision here to now turn the shoulders quite aggressively from the top. So you now have too much body turn here, and this is going to get the club back on outside line and gets it too steep. But what happens from here is all of a sudden then you're now thinking, hang on, I need to shallow this at some point, because if I keep going this way, I'm going to swing over the top of the ball and miss it. So now you add in what's known as early extension to try, because it's a shallowing technique. So if I'm here and I push my hips forward, that's what I'm doing here. See how the club now shallows and it gets it back to the ball. Problem is from here, it's so inefficient and it's so, you're not using any pressures at all in the ground, and you're not going to make the right movements. So you're going from very, very flat to very, very steep, back to very, very flat. Okay, that's a lot of movements, isn't it, to try and get right and try to sync up and correct. And then you're having to then release the club early from here, and you know, you're not going to get full potential of distance out of it at all. And I think as well, what we noticed on the forward swing, because you were doing this motion, so you're getting the club to be a little bit behind you, it goes behind you, go behind you. Then we saw this aggressive turn in from the top, and then then you're having to then go forward to try and shallow the club. You're releasing the hands, and then you know this, and now you're trying to hold that off to not allow it to release over to the left, because you probably hit it left in the past. You're now trying to hold that off, so you're not using your lever system properly. So you're losing power even more then. Okay. So we've got to try and rectify all that. So it's all well and good knowing that. So what have we got to try and do to do that? So we've got to try and do the opposite of what you're doing.